team has been busy working on some great new features to help enhance your workflow within Cadasio. In this latest update, we've added overlays, enhanced options for fonts and colours, and improved the way devices are handled. Some of these developments have resulted in a change of behaviour compared to previous versions of Cadasio, so make sure to take the time to watch this video or read the update news, and of course, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to get in touch. Devices are used to control how your steps look on different screen sizes. This latest release changed the way the devices behave and how they are configured. Let's take a look. In previous releases, Cadasio used the screen's aspect ratio to determine which device properties should be used. Whilst this worked, it was not ideal due to the amount of variables across different device manufacturers. So to improve this, we've changed a few things. The width of the screen now determines which device properties are used. This should be familiar to anyone that uses HTML and CSS, as it is comparable to breakpoints. Whilst we give you the most common breakpoints for each device, such as landscape tablets, you can still create your own devices if you have a specific screen size you need to cater for. From feedback from some of our existing customers, we found that in most use cases, when properties are changed as a larger device, such as a landscape tablet, those changes also need to be reflected on smaller devices too. Previously, this had to be done manually for each device, including their two orientations. But with our latest update, any changes you make whilst in a device will now roll down to smaller screen sizes. This will make setting devices a lot quicker. As this behaviour is different to previous versions of Cadasio, the option to roll device properties down will only be enabled by default on newly created projects. You can turn this new behaviour on and off for any projects by going into the project settings. In a previous update, we added the ability to try and force the viewer to display a project in landscape. With this option enabled, Cadasio either forces the screen to be landscape, or if that is not possible due to the browser or operating system blocking it, a message appears asking the user to rotate their device. This has proven to be popular as it removes the need to set portrait device orientations, so it's now enabled by default for all new projects. Previously, the size of markup was defined as a percentage of the screen width. This was good for items such as pictures, but it meant that text became rather small on certain devices, especially viewed in the portrait orientation. To mitigate this, you can now define items by pixel size rather than just percentage. This behaviour is perfect for text, balloons and labels, and the default toolbox has been updated to reflect this. For those of you who have already customised their toolbox, nothing will be automatically updated. But if you like this new behaviour, you can either update your toolbox components or simply get the default toolbox again. Whilst not as commonly required, as well as size, you can also choose whether an item's position is defined by percentage or pixels too, giving you more flexibility and ensuring your presentations respond exactly how you'd like them to. To complement the changes in markup sizing, we've also introduced a device scale. With this setting, you can very quickly modify the size of your text markup with minimal effort. Device scale is a scene property which can change between steps. For consistency throughout your project, make sure to use the Update and Propagate tool where appropriate. Another top enhancement request from customers was the ability to carry out a zoom to fit on multiple steps at once. Found in the Steps Manager, you can now pick the steps you want to update, and then Cadasio will activate each in turn and do a zoom to fit. This is a great time saver when you need the scene to fit across multiple steps on different devices. You can now delete properties for a particular device. You can delete the current step's device properties, future properties, or all properties. This is a useful feature if you need to reset a step to how it would have looked before you made the changes in the active device. With these new changes, devices are now a lot easier to manage and much simpler to set up. For more information, including detailed examples of exactly how devices work, take a look at our devices video and blog. Overlays have consistently been one of our most requested enhancements, so we're pleased to announce that these are now available with this latest update. Overlays are reusable templates that can be applied to any project. These templates include common items that you display on your project, such as text and images, navigation and metadata, as well as some other useful elements too. Found on the Library tab of the dashboard, you can now view and create overlays. When you create a new or edit an existing overlay, you'll be taken to the Overlay Builder where you can begin to design it. There are a number of different types of items you can add to an overlay to make it your own, including fully customizable text which can be populated with metadata such as step description and project name, images which are useful for displaying logos or building navigation controls such as next and previous buttons, a progress bar which visually shows how far the users progress through the presentation, toggles which allow certain options to be turned on and off, and a step picker which displays a list of steps from the project so the end user can easily jump to a specific point in the presentation. For any of the items added in the overlay builder, you can add an on-click event such as navigation controls or even linking to a specific URL. Previously, by default, Cadasio projects would have a navigation bar at the bottom of the screen, which will give the viewer controls to step through your project. This has been replaced with a more modern and sleek default overlay. Professional or premium Cadasio users can edit this default overlay to customize it to look exactly how they want. Premium users also get the added bonus of additional pre-created templates too. Check out our overlays blog article and video for more information. To help keep your projects consistent and maintain your company branding, we've added a customizable colour palette that appears anywhere that you choose a colour within the designer. Check out our colours blog and video for more information. Previously, you only had a limited predefined set of font sizes available when adding your markup to your presentations. You can now define custom font sizes to use throughout your projects, which can be easily scaled at a project level. Head over to our separate blog article to learn how to set these up. As well as all the large changes mentioned, we've also implemented a variety of fixes and made enhancements to improve the overall experience within Cadasio. We are driven by your suggestions, so if there's any features you feel are missing, or if you had ideas of how to improve existing functionality, we would love to hear from you. Contact us through our website or through the form within the help area of the dashboard.